Okay, so here we are back in Jeff's shed. I've just walked in and you are heating up a supercharger case, a very old one. I assume trying to get that stud out.
Yeah, got it.
Got it? Have you got it? Well, I must say that case looks a little bit worse for wear.
It hasn't looked worse than what it had.
Well, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off. Don't burn the house down. Yeah. You turn that off quick. So, what on earth is this thing? Have you bought it off eBay by any chance?
I got it off eBay.
What a surprise! What a surprise! It looks a little bit worse for wear.
It's a Wade supercharger. Don't
a Wade supercharger, which looks like it's been outside in the rain for 10 years. So go on then.
I wanted an ornament.
An ornament? Well, you've got one, a rusty ornament.
It's not.
So what would that once have been used for? Is it from a diesel engine? Yeah. A big old diesel engine.
I did have one many years ago.
Yeah.
And I thought, what did the idiot do? Throw it out.
Well, let's look on this side. Yeah, I think that's seen better days, lad. So what?
No, it's not.
Oh, well, that looks pretty bad rust to me. Now, is that going to be an ornament or is that going to be for something?
There's nothing wrong with that.
Looks pretty bad from here.
People, there's a lot of times. I had a piece of aluminium bar once and it was all corroded.
Yeah.
So I popped it in the lathe and machined it down.
Okay.
And it was new.
I know, but you can't machine that down.
But you see, a lot of people judge things.
I know, by the outside appearance, but that looks to me.
And sometimes.
But surely those lobes have seen better days.
They're actually. There's a few little scuffs.
What about the bearings? I mean, can you still buy new bearings for this thing and new parts for it?
I just thought it was interesting. It's something.
Well, it is interesting, but it's a big old thing. It's a bit big for a motorbike, I would imagine.
Oh, it's a bit big for that. Yeah, they're a 5 litre.
Yeah. So
well, ideally, what it's for, the guys used to use these for is like supercharging a Rover V8 or something. You know, like
a big old car,
an old
big yak tank. Yeah.
I think they go well on something like a 3 litre V6 Ford or V8 Rover or something.
But since you haven't got a V8 or a V6 Rover,
no, it's just
what are you going to do with it? Are you going to rescue it and just put it as an ornament in your workshop? Is that the idea?
Yeah.
Yeah.
An ornament.
Okay.
Because I had one many
years ago.
Yeah.
But why did you have it?
Milk.
But given its only use for a big engine, what did you have your first one for?
Well, we didn't. We bought it thinking that we might. What people used to do is they used to machine them down.
Okay.
Make the road.
Make it a bit narrower.
I think somebody many years ago used them for. They used the rotors and they machined them down, use the end cases and make them to a small, around about a 2 litre, which is ideal for certain bikes.
Okay, big bikes.
Maybe a big bike.
Or a drag bike. Okay, well, but this one is going to be for what then?
Well, this is what people had to use 40 years ago because they had to. There was very few superchargers that were made for actual performance use.
Yeah. So go on then. Is that really going to be just like an ornament then, or are you going to try and use it for something?
No, I'll just
make it look pretty. Just an ornament. Okay. So now you're just trying to get the studs out. Well, while you do that, Jeff, I'll go into my car and go and get you a couple of things I brought.
A what?
A few things I brought in for you. It's Christmas after all, so I brought you a few presents.
Oh.
So I'll leave you doing that, and I'll go and get this gear out of my car. Right, Jeff, we're in your workshop very briefly because it's cold in here.
It is.
And I'm looking at something new.
Well.
And what we've got here is a new petrol tank, stroke air dam, stroke whatever.
Wherever
for the comp bike. Yeah, the old one was a bit boxy, wasn't it? I don't know where it's gone.
It was square.
Yes, very squared off.
So what I thought I'd try and do, I thought, should I get some cardboard and make a template?
Yeah, cardboard.
Then you've only got to make one to see how it goes.
Yep.
So I thought, no, I'll got some aluminium that it's not absolutely
perfect.
Well, there's a few.
Well,
I thought I'll give it a run through with a
practice.
You know.
Okay.
And
so you folded it on your new metal folder that you made.
Yeah.
And how is it different from the one you just?
Well, what I want to try and do is get it to fit the shape of that frame.
Yes. Oh, I see. And the other one was a bit more squared off, wasn't it?
It was just square.
Yeah.
Which is a lot easier to make. It's simple doing all the work.
But not quite as good looking.
when you're cutting that sheet out to fold it all, everything has to be
spot on.
Yeah, I had to go it. You sort of have to cut it in and then back. So when you fold it back that way, the angles match.
And are you happy with it? Are you happy with that now?
It's come out actually okay, but what's happened? If you, that's where it just folded down nicely.
Yeah.
But it's not quite.
Yeah,
gone,
you're a little bit out on
because you've only got to be a fraction out on that.
And it swings out. Yeah.
If you try, you can actually pull that, but what happens? It does. It then buckles the bottom.
Yes.
But
so can that be not repaired? But
no. What it can do, it's
you can cut that bit, can't you?
I can actually trim that down.
Yes. Align it up
and just snip them. It'll go a fraction smaller.
Yes.
But
and
it can be.
And the same on that side.
Yeah, and the same. I can trim that. And get it done.
And then get it welded up.
I'm hoping I'm going to get some thingy in it. It's like a plastic or a paint.
Oh, it's been coated somewhere. It's been coated.
Yeah. So all that.
Maybe you can burn it off. Maybe you can burn it off. I don't know. I don't know.
No, I'll try some. I've got some paint stripper there.
Okay,
so
see if it gets off.
If it takes it. So, I mean, it's, like you say, it's usable.
Yeah.
And then in the bottom there, it wants our mounts.
Yeah.
It was just a little thing I was playing with yesterday.
Okay. Keep yourself busy.
Yeah. Like you say, you can pull that square.
Yes.
But then it twists.
It buckles
all the bottom go.
Okay.
And obviously.
Okay.
It's it can be trimmed and flowed in, but I just had to play with that yesterday.
Okay, so put that away. So if you grab your wheel, I notice you've been busy with that. Your front wheel for this comp bike.
Yeah, I give the rims a quick flirt over on the buffer.
Yeah. Make them a little bit shinier.
I mean, if you were going in for a custom show, there's someone would nitpick at a few little marks here and there, but it's not done for a custom.
No, it's done to work. So if you plonk that on the workbench where we got it in focus.
Masked.
You've masked off your hubs.
Well, the hubs are masked off. They've been.
Yes.
What I've actually done is I've torqued them up, but they will obviously after a while. Before it's done, you'll recheck them. Obviously.
And I just brought you a little present in the shape of a can of etch primer.
Oh, etch primer.
So that's what you need to go on that aluminium first.
Hey, starting to pinch the ball bearing out.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, it's not.
It's brand new. That. It's been on my shelf for a while, but it's good stuff.
Is that?
Right. So yeah. So whenever things warm up a little bit, you can use that.
So basically, that wants etching
and painted gold.
Painting, but
not in this weather. It's a bit
not
cold.
in this weather. It'll be.
Okay. And I've also brought you back.
And then that can be rebuilt.
Okay.
Well, put back together.
Okay. And finally for today, I've also brought you back a swing arm. Okay. Yeah. So I've just brought you back that swing arm from a ZXR 750.
I think it is a 750.
Yeah. Which I was going to use in my project and convert it into from a monoshock to a swing shock, but in the end it was too much hassle, and I ended up using the ZRX 12 swing arm instead. But now you want it back because you're going to use it for that same purpose on your Unitrack project.
I was going to use it, yeah.
So now it's come back for you, and there we have the adjuster blocks that we made a while ago, or you made quite a while ago.
Well, what I was going to do is actually weld them on so that the level, and put a shock absorber mount here.
Right.
But on the Unitrack, it's monoshock. So what I might do is weld them flush there,
and then put a under brace.
I might have to cut that lug off and then actually put an under.
Yeah, that was a plan. I think.
A brace.
Now, that's what I was going to do with mine.
It's what I'll have to do is probably put two bits. I'm going to have to work it out to make sure that it's clear of the chain as well.
Yeah.
What I was hoping to do, piece of 20mm studding.
Yeah.
Because it's, I think they're 20mm.
Yeah.
Straight through there on the jig, clamp it, 20mm studding, set them up, and just obviously support that till it's all square, and then I can tack it up while it's in situ.
But that's for your Unitrack project, which is a sort of future project that's now in the loft somewhere at some point. It might get done.
There's just too much
to go on.
Too many things to do.
And not enough time and money.
Enough time.
Yeah. So, by the way, you've now also seen, there's that plate sitting there that I've not seen for a long time, or is that a new plate?
Actually, what they were...
2 plates.
It's 2.
Yeah. And
that was some sort of really top grade bloody... It was actually grid plate.
Right.
That's been milled off.
Yeah. Oh, I see that. That's why you've got these little squares here.
And what they were made for that billet bottom end that was going to be vertical.
Which one of them?
to replace them.
Right.
And I tidied up all down there the other day, and I thought I'll just bring them out.
So what's wrong with them?
Well, the billet thingy doesn't lend itself, you know, because of the mounting holes.
Right.
It's difficult to.
So this doesn't.
Yeah.
Work.
That I did well. Because of the mounting holes on it, it suits that engine when it's tilted back.
And it's not tilted back now?
Well, no, because we designed it with the billet bottom just to have it sat upright, and that's why they're level.
Okay.
Because this all wants boring and drilling, so I just dragged them out.
You dragged them out. I thought, oh, I might do that soon. Okay.
When I've got a quiet day, I wanted to drag that bottom end out and start getting stuck in after I've got other people's stuff out
yes,
the way.
yes, other people like
you.
Okay.
Other
paying customers. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's now. Where are we? What date is it? I don't know. It's the. Okay, so it's now the 10th of December, Jeff, and I'll probably come back one more time before Christmas, and hopefully we'll see.
We'll have
what your progress is like.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's have a look around here. The Honda's just sitting there waiting for more work to be done. Yeah. So. There's my project. Oh, actually, no. There is one more thing.
What?
There's one more thing before. Go back. Oh. Go back. Go back before I forget. Let me put the camera down. Yeah. So, as I say, since it's almost Christmas, Jeff, you look over your shoulder. There's a present from me to you.
It's a book.
It's a book. A special book. Very special book.
Oh.
And you can open it if you want because it's a.
Oh, I've not got you anything.
No, so, yes, you have. You've done me a favour.
I'll give you through the year.
It's tea and biscuits. No, tea and biscuits. Tea and biscuits. You can open it if you want.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh, that's very kind.
We'll do it on film.
Huh?
Don't worry, it didn't cost that much money. It's a book about motorbikes. What a surprise!
It's not a log of IOU, is it?
No.
My debt book, is it?
Oh God, no! It's a lot bigger than that, lad.
Oh, it'd be like a bloody telephone dial.
Yeah.
Kawasaki Z1.
Now that's a brand new book. It's not been out very long, and I've already read it. It's not that one. I've got my own copy, and it's really good. It's got some.
I've got muck on. I don't want to touch the pages because
I'll do it for
fingers.
You. I'll do it for you.
I don't want to get.
I'll do it for you. It's actually a very excellent book. This.
That on the pages.
It's not about a model kind of by blow account. What it's about is like the way it was first developed. You've got things like the original designs there, and the guys who developed it. There he's there. Look, and the original drawings and what it might look like, how they developed it, or the problems they had with it because. Unfortunately, Honda came out with their 750 and ruined the plans.
Well, originally it was a 750, wasn't it?
Kawasaki's one story, the death and rebirth.
Is it 69?
Yes.
68, 69 they had it.
Yeah, it's got all the prices there, look. Blah, 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 blah. So yeah, it's a really good book. It's not a small book, but it's actually crammed with information. Yeah, so it's quite interesting that. You can read that over Christmas or whatever.
I shall have a viewing of that, thank you very much.
Okay. So with that then...
I'll just pop it back in that paper there so I don't get it.
There's my quick book review, and now I think it's time for me to go home and take the dog out for a walk. So I'll come back. Yes. Today's where are we on today? It's Wednesday, isn't it? So I'll come back probably Saturday or Sunday, or whatever, and we'll see how you get on with your various projects.
Well, outriggers,
yes.
Outriggers are us.
Outrigger bearings, yeah, for my Kawasaki and yours. And with that,
is it?
Outcast, outrigger bearing supports, whatever. Okay, and with that, as I say, we'll call it quits.